I first tried cannabis in early secondary school, driven mainly by a desire to rebel against my parents, particularly my dad. He was a black and white thinker, always on the right side of the law, and I felt the need to push against his strict boundaries. Peer pressure also played a significant role. Many of my mates were experimenting with cannabis, and I wanted to fit in. My rebellion escalated when I got suspended from school for buying and selling hash. Upon my return, I found that my perceived popularity had soared. This experience positively reinforced my association between rebellious behaviour and peer approval. Towards the end of secondary school, I began drinking alcohol regularly on weekends. It seemed like the right thing to do and was an easy way to feel good. Alcohol gave me the courage to act out and show off, further cementing my connection with quick highs and social popularity. Soon after leaving secondary school, I tried ecstasy and a bit of cocaine, and binge drinking on weekends became routine. Looking back, it felt like I was wearing a mask. Alcohol and drugs defined me, and without them, I didn't know who or what I was. By my 20s, drugs and alcohol were deeply ingrained in my life. Everyone I socialised with did drugs. Many of my friends sold them, and they were everywhere. It had become the norm. Joining the army provided some reprieve. I had a sense of purpose and identity. However, after being injured in Afghanistan, I carried a massive amount of resentment and anger. Losing my identity and purpose, I fell back into old circles, using cocaine to fill the void. With a war pension and a substantial payout from the army, coupled with self-pity for being an injured veteran, I used more and more cocaine until I became completely dependent on it to survive. More recently, I was diagnosed with PTSD from my time in Afghanistan and ADHD. Interestingly, the psychiatrist who diagnosed me with ADHD mentioned that a high percentage of adults with undiagnosed ADHD are prone to addiction, particularly to stimulants like cocaine, which calm the ADHD mind. This resonated with me because cocaine provided an overwhelming sense of calm and clarity, in stark contrast to the chaos and lack of focus I experienced when not using. In recovery and through therapy, I've been able to process what happened to me in Afghanistan, relieving the burden of resentment and self-pity. I've done a lot of work around my core beliefs, values, and what is important to me. Now I can recognise when I'm being triggered by life's events and have coping strategies to deal with anxiety and stress. Medication for ADHD has been beneficial in calming my chaotic mind and improving my focus. All this would not have been possible without a therapeutic approach that dealt with past trauma and experiences and helped me understand what makes me tick. If I hadn't had this holistic approach to addiction, I would still be stuck in that maze, maybe not being attacked, but always waiting to be attacked as soon as I tried to find a way out.